Well, it's a cold, snowy day just outside of Des Moines, Iowa, and I'm at one of my favorite places to practice, Hoyt Sherman, where I can pretty much hold any practice that I want. It's right outside of my office downtown, and makes it very easy for me to get here before I go in, at lunch, for a little while after I step out for the day. It's just convenient. I'm working today on something that might be different to a lot of people, maybe not talked about a lot, and that's a different form of power practice. Sometimes if I feel my arm lagging behind, I'll do some incline work. And what I'm doing here, there's not a lot of incline, but I'm going to throw the disc on a higher line. This is strictly a power and follow through backhand practice, primarily right hand shots. I'll throw just a few left hand backhand shots, but this is for me to work at an uphill grade and to really work on getting my whole body into the shot, my legs, my hips, and then my pull through. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. That's all today's practice will be, straight power work, keeping it accurate. I've got a high line that I can hit, but I've got a gap I have to hit as well, so I can't be wild on this. But this in turn, this helps me actually keep my body in check, keep my form down. Sometimes I'll get my hips too far ahead and just kind of let my arm flail through. I don't want that to occur. I want my hips to fire, and then I want to pull through on the disc and focus on a good hit point. So that's this type of practice can help me with that. Well, I'm out in one of my practice fields getting an intense fairway practice in tonight. If I have the shot in my repertoire, I'm throwing it. So this is an exhausting practice. I'm about halfway through it, but things are going really well. All my shots seem to be on line: forehands, backhands, tomahawks, thumbers, rollers, backhand rollers, forehand rollers. You name the shot, I'm throwing it tonight, and it's coming along. This is what practice is about, and the harder I work, the better I perform. Well, great fairway practice is in the books. I threw every shot that I have in my bag. Forehands, backhands, thumbers, tomahawks, anheisers, big high sky stall shots, flex shots, everything I've got, everything I can think of in this game I threw today. So tonight's practice was great. I hit my lines. My forehand game is better than it's ever been. My backhand game is better than it's ever been. So tonight's practice was a huge victory. I'm feeling extremely confident. And a mixture between the driving practice that I had yesterday, along with a power practice, combine it with this and the changes I've made and improvements that I think I've made to my putting game, I think I'm just continuing to move up in my skill level. I'm still, about 3 weeks out from, or 2.5 weeks out from the OPC, the first big tournament of the year. So I still have a lot of work to do, but I'm not going to stop putting the work in. I'm doing everything that I can to make myself the best player I can be so I can finish as high as I can and earn the most money that I can for the individuals that I play for. Well, I just finished a straight forehand practice, and I'm excited. It was a great practice. I gave my right hand backhand a night off. It's quite frankly, it's better than it's ever been. So I took the opportunity tonight to make it a strictly forehand practice to tighten up some things, and I'm really happy how it went. I was hitting great distances. I hit marks tonight that I never even hit with a left-hand backhand shot. So some really tough uphill shots, low line shots. So all in all, it was a great practice. Well, it's time to get a driving practice in. I'm under 2 weeks out from the first big tournament of the year in the OPC. And I really want to work on making this week a hard week. I want to get a lot of driving and accurate max distance work in, as well as, of course, daily putting. At least 5 days worth of putting. I'll get a couple of fairway practices in, but this week I really want to break my body down. I'll work out hard, I'll throw hard, and then next week cut back on the driving and really focus hard on the lines with the fairway work. Well, I'm on day 2 of a 3-day drive till I drop practice series, I guess you could say. With next week being a pre-tournament week, I'll scale the driving practices down and really focus on my line work, my fairway work and short game. Of course, I'm working on that this week, but this week has been a lot more driving. I'll get a hard driving practice in tonight. Right hand backhand, left hand backhand, right hand forehand, and then one more tomorrow. Then I'll scale things back to let my body recover a little bit prior to next week's OPC. I am so excited for the WOPC that's coming up. It's the first big tournament of the year, and it's the one that I really get excited for. And boy, has this tournament grown. It's already maxed out when it comes to players. So now it's time for me to well, see what I can do. Bombs away. Well, that's another driving practice in the books. It's probably overall the best driving practice I've had all year. I hit personal bests with my right hand backhand, personal bests, multiple personal bests with my right hand forehand shot. I don't have much else to say other than the fact that I'm tired. The joints are a little sore right now. Who knows, tomorrow might actually be an off day. But I'll tell you what, that was awesome.